Hi everyone. We're going to continue our service with lunch. We already signed out after breakfast. We didn't close it out yet. So when we come back and log back on, we're going to continue our service. And because of the time of day, it already automatically goes to lunch and we have our lunch menu. I'm still signed into a CEP school, so everybody's going to be free when they get a lunch. So just like breakfast, students are going to come through the line and enter their account number. This student has no money in their account, but to get a lunch, that is all right. So I'm going to confirm, and charge. Then the next student's going to come through. And the same thing, confirm, and charge. Now this student does have money in their account, so say they decide to purchase something, and they're going to get a cookie, a chocolate chip cookie. So I'm going to click on snacks because that's where I can find my cookies, and click on the chocolate chip cookie button. And that's all you have to do to add the cookie. If you want to change the amount, if they want to purchase 3 cookies, you could click on the 1 and hit the 3 and hit complete. It'll add the 3. So it's going to charge them $1.50 for those 3 cookies. And so then I would click charge. So this student has no money, so just like breakfast, if they want to buy a bag of chips and I add the chips, it'll add it, but it's not going to let me charge them because they're already in the negative. So they can either make a payment or we can just tell them, sorry, you can't get the chips. So I'm going to take the chips off and charge their lunch. So Carmen comes through and she has no money, but she does want to buy something a la carte. She would like to get some barbecue chips as well as a drink. She's going to get a water. So I'm going to add those items. Again, she had no money, so she does need to make the payment of the $1.50 that is owed. So I'm going to come down here and click the pay button. And she owes $1.50, so say she gives me $2. I'm going to click 200. There's also the 00 if you'd like to click that. It's going to deposit the 50 cents that is due back to her into her account. So we're not going to give her 50 cents back. It's going to automatically deposit into her account. You don't have to do anything else. And you're going to click on complete transaction. So this student comes through and she doesn't want a lunch. She just wants a la carte. So I am going to get out of this. I'm going to delete the lunch from her account. It's going to ask me if I'm sure. I'm going to say yes. And then I can add the a la carte items that she wants. She's going to get a cookie and an ice cream cone. She has money in her account, so it's going to be all right. It's going to charge her. And that is that. Now, if you have an a la carte only line, if you're a middle or high school, you do have this a la carte only. I can show you what it looks like. It doesn't have a lunch. So when a student comes through and puts in their number, you can see a lunch is not automatically there. So if you have an a la carte only line, I do suggest that you use this. That way you don't have to take the lunch off each time they come through the line. So I am going to get out of this and go back to my lunch menu and have some more people come through the line. Now Malia is coming through the line, but she doesn't want a lunch and she doesn't even want to buy a la carte, but she wants to put some money on her account. So instead of using the pay button, because she's not getting anything, if I delete this lunch and I hit the pay button, it's not going to work because there's no transaction. There's nothing to purchase. So I'm going to go up here to the top and I'm going to add funds. And if she gives me a $10 bill, I can just click on the green 10 as a quick key and it will add $10 into her account. So just like breakfast, to get out of this, I'm just going to click the void button. That'll just take me back out of that. And so now, just like this morning, we have adults coming through the line. There you go. So we can tell this is an adult because one, there's no meal here. It has no grade. Her ID starts with FAC, and there's no pictures as well, which Students might not have a picture either, but that just kind of gives you an indication of that it's an adult. So they don't have any money, but they do want to purchase a lunch. So I'm going to add it. And then if they want to pay for their lunch, I'm going to click the pay button at the bottom and say they actually have $3.50. So that's what they're going to give me. So I just type in $3.50 and I verify it that that's what they gave me, and I complete the transaction. So I have one more person coming through my line. And they enter their number. And they want to get a lunch, so I just add it, and that's it. You can see, just like breakfast, even though it says CEP lunch, it's still added an amount that they owe, since the system knows that they're an adult. So then I'm going to click charge. So say that we are done for the day. All students have come through for lunch, so we're actually ready to close out our register. So at the top left-hand corner, I'm going to click the 3 lines. In training, they call it the hamburger menu. And we're going to click on Close Service. So again, your door will pop open automatically. And if you took any cash, which we did, this is where you would enter your denominations. So I do have 2 quarters because somebody gave me 2 quarters. I'm not going to enter $1, or I'm sorry, 50 cents for what those 2 quarters equals. I'm just going to enter the number 2 because that's how many I have. And you can see that it totals it. It also totals it down here. If you took in any checks, they would be right here. And I'm going to go ahead and finish entering my denominations. I have 3 ones and I have 1 $10 bill. So as you can see at the bottom, I have $13.50, and I'm going to close my service.